So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to start by going into our bodies, invoking the violet flame, and just connecting deeply within ourselves so that as I take you into the teaching, you can really tap into the teaching within your body. That's my desire and intent today. I can say, whenever I share the content of my life, people's egos get the best of them and they want to figure out my problems and give me advice afterwards. But I assure you that I'm good. I'm always working my stuff alongside you, and my purpose in sharing my stuff is to give you something to project on. So I'm going to take you into your body to identify if you showed up today, if you're listening to the recording, there's something in your life that you're working on. There's some content that your body has been chewing on or regurgitating trauma packet vibrations from. And that's what we're going to work together today. So if you will, close your eyes and come into your breath and just breathe into your upper belly, connecting, massaging the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve speaks to the brain and says, we're safe, we're good. You can go back to all of the necessary processes of restoring this body. So just breathe into the upper belly. And if you want to pause in the in-breath and slowly exhale through the mouth. Good. Just breathing in. And as you exhale, exhale slowly through the mouth. Breathing in. Exhaling, releasing. And as you breathe into the upper belly, just feel your body start to relax and feel yourself settle into your cells, into your bones. Begin to take the breath down to the low back, the tailbone. And again, just exhale, filling your legs and your feet, allowing yourself to feel your body. Feel whatever is up for you today. Good. And notice that we're not going to do any violet flame or anything because we don't want to clear anything. We want to use whatever data your body is giving you, whatever your emotional guidance system is giving you today. We want to use that data. We want to work with that sensation. There's always the temptation to want to get rid of whatever is showing up as negative emotion, thought, sensation. Today, I'm asking you to feel it in your body, whatever that issue is, whatever is showing up in your life. So for me, I'm working issues around another kid going to college, which is a big trigger. Not for ways that it is for other people. It's more of a financial trigger for me. How expensive the schools are, the process. And in my mind, I can rationalize my stance, my view, my opinions. But when I feel my opinions in my body, it feels like I hit a brick wall and I'm stuck. And it feels like a log in my solar plexus. And there's pressure and there's this feeling that I can't move. So as you go into that issue that's up, if you will, allow yourself to feel the sensation of that issue in your body without needing to get rid of that sensation. Just welcome it as you locate it. As you feel it, allow yourself to sense into the nature, the quality of that sensation connected to that issue. Does it feel hot or cold? Is there movement? And if so, what's the nature of that movement? Is it tingly or is it rising up? And check in to see if there's pressure. And what direction and type of pressure that feels like. And if you're having trouble with a breath, notice why. Is there pressure on your chest or on your belly? Is there cold or emptiness? So as you sink into the sensation of that issue that you've been grappling with primarily in your head, keep the focus on the sensation. So I'm sitting with that. Now feels like a cement brick in my belly. And I'm breathing into it. And I'm not resisting it anymore, just going straight to the center of it. And as I breathe into it and allow myself to feel it rather than avoid it and jump into my head, I'm allowing it. See if you can allow this feeling. Let your body get washed with the emotion or the sensation. So you're no longer pushing against it. Let yourself get soaked with the feeling. Without any analysis, just feeling it, going deeper into it, amplifying it even. As you amplify it and feel it even louder, just notice what it feels like. Does it get stronger? Does it dissolve? As you seep deeper into it, you might have thoughts or memories that are just completely irrational. Allow those. Allow yourself to bring a deep state of awareness to whatever thoughts or memories arise out of this sensation. They're probably old. They're probably irrational thoughts. Go into the old memory and just be there with a deep state of presence as you breathe in and observe. Witness. Feel. mind might come in, but just redirect yourself back into the sensation and those irrational thoughts, allowing them. And as you allow them, even if you're just getting a visual or a word or two, for me, as I go into that solar plexus brick, I just feel this feeling of like, I can, I just can, I just can. And I feel deeper into the emotion of whatever I just can't means. I don't figure it out. I just sit and go deeper into that. I can't. So notice what that is for you. As I go deeper into I can't, I see myself as a child on the bed, curled up in a ball. So I stay in that space and I feel it even more deeply, bringing awareness and presence. And as I'm in this feeling or this visual, I allow it to run its course until the I can't uncurls itself into a space of release. I don't expect a release. I just sit with myself in a loving presence and awareness. So whatever you're seeing or feeling, go deeper into that. Without resisting whatever's showing up. So instead of saying, yes, you can, I'm just being in the I can't. I can't. Remembering there's nothing to fix deep in the body. There's nothing to change. This is just unprocessed feeling. Resisting the temptation to go into thought and just going deeper and deeper into whatever is unveiling itself or revealing itself, feeling into the next layer that's shown. For me, there's just this feeling of a teenage self that's frozen with overwhelm and fear. So I'm going deeper into that feeling. So as you stay in the stillness and maybe the emotion of whatever is showing up or processing or putting you to sleep, stay with yourself, stay with the feeling, the thoughts, the visuals, whatever's being shown to you. Just notice whatever needs are there and just meet those needs, whatever way intuitively guides you. When you're ready, begin to bring this experience or this part of you or these memories, these thoughts, and bring them into the heart. Just filter the entire experience now through your heart. For me, I see it as kind of a furnace or a transmutative flame in my heart that's now alchemizing the experience through the frequency of the love in my heart, the spirit in my heart, the divine in my heart. Whatever that is for you, bring this experience into the filter of your heart. Filter it through your heart. Just holding it in the space of the heart. As you bring that love, that compassion, without you having to work to choose to love something. The heart lives in that power, that fire. So allowing that sacred fire within your heart to work on that situation in your body, in your life. Just staying in the heart. Just feeling the love around this issue. The issue from the past, the issue in the present now as you come back into the space of the original issue. Just notice what it feels like to think about the issue. So I'm going back to this concept of the cost of college. And as I try it on now, it feels like there's more space in my chest and in my belly to be able to work with the issue, with the decisions. It's less now about figuring it out and more about feeling it through as I sit on the other side of this process. So without expectations, just allow yourself to explore the issue again and notice if you trigger into the same set of emotions or if they feel differently, if there's new thoughts. Just begin to breathe again deeply into your solar plexus, into your diaphragm, into your entire torso. Allow your body to move a bit as you breathe into it. And as you begin to breathe more consciously into your body, just breathe yourself back into this present moment. Sealing up your energy field, if you will, with the violet flame. Take a deep breath from that furnace of sacred fire in your heart. And exhale it into the space around you, filling up your field, just clearing out any residue, any debris. And as you push the violet flame to the outer edges of your field, just seal your field here. Deep bow to yourself for being willing to bring yourself into a deep state of awareness, deep state of presence, consciousness in your body-based memory. Deep gratitude to the heart and the wisdom of your heart, to the care that you brought to yourself with the courage to feel, to the core of whatever has been bothering you, and deep gratitude to this earth, this body, and to the divine beings that were here to assist you. Sealing this feel and process practice by saying, "And so it is done." And as you begin to come out of the awareness of your body, come back slowly if you were able to hold yourself there. And not everybody's able to stay in full concentration for 20, 25 minutes. But I just want to contrast this experience, because what I woke up with today was this whole concern about colleges costing $80,000 and how do I work with my kids to steer them toward the $40,000 schools, and my being frugal. I woke up with this frugality. Now, there are many practices that I could have done this morning, and I did many of them, to be honest with you. I could do mantra to Lakshmi, who is the goddess of abundance. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Swaha, right? I could work into abundance. I could do the Tosha Silver prayers around money. I can do lineage forgiveness work to clear the scarcity from my lineage. I can do violet flame to clear the money karma from my karmic record. I can do law of attraction and seeing myself free and able to spend lots and lots of money without caring. So those are all the spiritual layer of the body things that I could have done. I could have analyzed this and gone back to my origin story where I lived on my own at 16, and I could have gone into the victimization of being hyper independent at a very young age to analyze my issue. I could have gone into the story of how we live in Southern California and everyone here is so rich and we're not that rich. And I could go into that story. I could go into Byron Katie's work of what if the opposite is true? What if an $80,000 school is the perfect thing for my kids? Or what if frugality isn't the way? Or I could have challenged my belief systems. I could do breath work. I could do yoga. I could work my nervous system into regulation. I can work this on any layer of the body, and I know how to. But what I will tell you is the practice we just did is what I will spend days doing, because it's in that practice, in the practice of feeling that cement block in my solar plexus and going deeper and deeper into the feeling without my mental body or my spiritual body getting involved at all, I will be able to do more profound and quicker work through the experiencing of that trauma packet sensation until the trauma packet is not a primary decision maker in my life. I will work it, and I have worked it. So when I go into that space in my body, there's not a whole lot. There's just a part of me that's like, I can't, it's too much. But as I work deeper and deeper, and I could have spent an hour today, I was keeping an eye on time. I could have spent an hour deepening in to the emotion in the trauma packet, not the emotion of the current issue, but the depth of the freeze response and the overwhelm, which is right there in those teenage years in my body, to be worked on, to be worked through. And I honestly believe, as I went in there today, that there is lifetimes of experience in that space. And there is my entire female lineage of scarcity in that vibration on that teenage bed. And I could feel the bigness and the vastness of the samskaras, the imprints on that bed. And that's where I'll spend the rest of my week. In any hour that I have, I will go into that brick in my body. I will go into the experience, not just to somatically feel it and blow the smoke out of my body, but to work it and work it and work it. And then the last step, when we alchemized it through the heart is such a powerful space within our bodies. It is our I am presence, literally transmuting an experience. So this is where we're working the spiritual aspects in the somatic aspect. It's where the somatic and the deep power of the alchemy of our hearts. And until you actually filter something through your heart and you feel it change in its essence, it's just a concept. It's like a woo-woo of alchemy versus actually feeling sensation in your body transmute, because there's this HEPA filter that literally will transmute it. The other visual I have is if you've ever used a juicer, the centrifugal force of the spin of that frequency of the heart will fling all of that which is not love out of the experience. So you can bring that heart into that belly experience. You can bring that experience and pull it through the HEPA filter or the juicer in the heart. But there is very much a toroidal field in the heart that will spin the experience and alchemize it in a way that will transmute that which is not of the light in that experience. So there's a somatic aspect of it, but there is also the heart work in it. If you've read books on the heart and you've looked at the power of the heart and what the heart can do, this is that in action. This is the actual practice of that in action. And there are 3 different aspects of what we just went through. So thank you for practicing with me today. I hope that this becomes a go-to practice in your life, and I'm going to stay on, and I welcome you either in the chat or in the YouTube comments to share what your personal experience is in this work. Namaste. Much love.